Are we live?
We're live. Let's go.
Happy
I'll do a shot of
Tuesday.
one tequila.
Who thinks Kate should do a shot of tequila right now?
Why? What do you
Let's go.
think I need a shot?
Kate, you need to do a shot.
I think everybody does. You guys are a little.
Yeah, we forgot to do a shot,
Yeah, we did.
and it shows.
So,
Yeah, and it definitely shows.
right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start this over again and do a shot while we're live, right?
Yeah, we're live.
Let's go.
So everyone chugged their glasses of wine.
Done.
So now we have a shot glass.
Thank you.
And when the girls are on the same level. But can I just
Just
take
straight
it right
from
out of
the
the bottle?
bottle.
You know what?
We
I
were
think it's
doing
that
it-
kind of night.
Yeah,
we're
I'm just
doing
going to
it.
take it straight from the bottle.
Drinking it right out of the bottle.
I'm all
If
about
you got
it.
the bottle next to you, come join us.
Woo! Let's go.
Oh, Dom
Happy-
took a chug, not a swig.
Happy Torture Tuesday, everybody! Wow, we're going right in.
I will say tequila is my favorite liquor.
It is.
Mine too. It's clean,
It's clean.
and this was very smooth.
It's the only alcohol that's
This is a
an
good one
upper.
right here.
Katie, do that again. You didn't even. There's no bubbles. You didn't even take a sip.
I did. You weren't watching. You just want to get
Whoa.
me drunk.
All right, y'all.
That'll clear the air.
All right, that's more like it.
Let's go.
Thank you, Phil. Phil's bringing level 10 energy
Come on,
right now.
we got to turn it up a little bit here.
All right, y'all ready to get this thing rolling?
Yes, sir.
let's do it. We're ready now.
T, it's on you.
All right. Welcome back to episode 9 of the Everybody With Me show. I'm here with Dominique, Phil, and Katie, and we're going to get this thing kicked off right away and get this thing going because last episode we got a little bit behind schedule and we didn't get to talk about dating app and my dating app. So last week I downloaded a dating app. I built it. I designed it. And I feel like an app software tech guru right now because I was able to do all of that on my own. And I have my friends here to dissect it and share with you what they see, what they like, and what they hate.
And we also asked on Instagram earlier what you should include. So we're going to make sure you included some of the things that the people out there want to see.
And I'm excited for this because for people listening in, we didn't get like a sneak peek. This is our first time.
Yes.
So as true friends,
And I'll
we're
tell
going to
you what.
dissect it and dissect it
My
correctly.
dating app has been popping.
Uh-oh.
Says just Tyler.
Dom is always so quick to humble me.
I cannot wait to see
In
this.
7th grade.
It's in 7th grade.
All right, so what are the things that they said I should have or shouldn't have on my...
You want
Dating
okay. So what they want to see are a picture of Harley.
Check.
Show it to us.
It's on the burner.
Oh, okay.
Timmy Turner.
First of all, this picture of you in the back of a car.
Classic.
I just don't know about this
That's
one.
my leadoff photo, guys.
Okay, can
That's
we
a
put
classic.
it in the center?
It's
All right,
classic.
So here is my leadoff photo, everybody.
Let's go.
It is me smiling in the back of a car when I was in Mexico.
Eyes are barely open.
It's with a disposable camera. It shows that I'm probably
Okay.
having fun.
Okay.
It shows a little bit of a sunburn, but
Yep.
that's cool. The
Yep.
guy likes to explore, he likes to be outside, vitamin D.
Get vitamin D.
Vitamin
And then, so it says Tyler, it says 29, and it says for career, I wrote, who knows? Because really, who does? Because there's so many damn jobs I got going on right now.
That's true.
Let's go.
Valid.
But a lot of people on TikTok, oh, you don't like that?
I think we can come up with something more creative than who knows.
How about just
Right.
entrepreneur?
But
No, I hate entrepreneur.
Oh, you don't like that
Mashup.
word?
I hate
Okay.
entrepreneur.
yeah, I
Because-
actually
Okay.
agree with you on
Because
that.
Oh, you don't like that?
Nothing
Okay.
makes me cringe more when I see someone put it on their Instagram like entrepreneur or like 34 million dollars in sales in the last 6 months. You know what I mean?
No.
So I hate entrepreneur. Then I put and then it's like your Instagram handle that goes there, and then I put my location. It says New York, New York.
But that should change.
Why?
Because where are you typically?
Jupiter, fine.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
back. You're back home, baby.
All right, so we
Back
need to
home.
change. So far, we need to change job and we need to change
Location.
location.
But we
Okay.
like my leadoff photo.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Keep going.
the photo's fine.
All right, leadoff photo is fine.
I
Next,
like that it's you by yourself.
Next photo is me. Again, with a disposable camera and a hoodie. They're all laughing at me right
No,
now.
I just want to hear Kate and Dom's opinion.
So let me explain why I picked this photo. Guys, it's me with a hoodie on, with a cute little smile, I think, and it just looks like, I'm cheerful and nice, and we can have coffee or tequila.
Dom, yes or no?
Y'all not catching those vibes?
No, I'm catching like you don't know how to smile.
I thought that was a good smile.
Is he obsessed with his phone? He's holding it in his
See,
hand.
I don't like the fact that you have your phone in your hand.
Right.
Jeez, I would
And
never
it
even think
seems-
about that.
So-
Maybe I was
Pose.
working. Maybe I was being an entrepreneur.
What about like a cute little candid photo of you in the moment? I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing like here I am. With
I
my
thought that was him playing a video game or
All
something.
right,
Right.
fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that photo needs to go.
Yeah, we could do better.
Absolutely.
All right, that photo's going. And we'll find a way to share these photos with you guys so you can see.
Yeah, during our first song, we'll put these on
Yeah.
your story
Yeah. Whoa.
with just a yes
Yeah,
or no button.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
All right.
That's a good idea.
And then you guys can vote on it and we'll see. Next photo, I tell y'all what, I killed this photo. I look like Dapper Dan. I look good as
You look
hell.
dashing?
I look dashing. This thing right here, I mean, I know that because this photo popped off on the IG. So
Okay.
we're gonna let it hit. I'm in a little tuxedo. This is when I was
Okay.
on the Real
I
Dirty
like it.
Dancing.
That's classy.
Damn
I like
right,
it.
y'all. Like I look damn good.
That's
You know?
classy.
Distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
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 You know?
That's what that.
Can never go wrong with a tux.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm in a tux there. I guess I have worn a tux before.
I was
Katie.
just gonna say this.
Tux with a cummerbund. Look at that.
cummerbund.
Look at that boy.
Okay.
I
Digging the bow
I have
tie.
a slick back in this, so I'm showing like messy look here, slick back there. Like,
Okay.
come on, like the guy's got
Diverse.
range.
You got range.
And he's got
range.
style. He's classy.
Yes.
He's a gentleman.
All right, next photo, me and my dog.
Yeah, that's a must.
That's a winner.
Keeper.
And
Yep.
like
Keeper.
and like she's like, smiling and looking at the camera, like kind of giving like a little cute side eye to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really about the dog and not about me because you can
Right.
only really see half my face in this photo.
Yeah. I mean, you could have done a better one with you, but it's fine.
But it's a winner because it shows love between
Yeah, which I love. I feel
like
like
it.
man and his
I'm
best
all
friend.
for the dog pick.
Perfect.
And then there's just a pure dog pic.
Harley wins
Just a
every
Harley
day.
laying down, like she looks cute as hell. It's a pure dog pic. Is that weird?
The long snout is
Yeah.
poking out. It's a long angle.
I think that like since you have 3 separate selfies, if maybe one of them was like something that you like to do, maybe like you on the boat or something, and instead of the hoodie pic, and then it shows like a little bit more than just like all your pictures are like you just chilling. Like I am not getting anything.
So you want an
from it.
action shot, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe like
I'm agreeing with Kate. We need an action shot of something you like to do,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
Whether it's working out or boat, and your shirt doesn't need to be off. I'm not
or
saying no.
diving or whatever,
I'm just angry.
skiing.
I felt like this was fantastic. These are like disposable photos. Like this shows artsiness.
How many dates have you been on from your app since you've set it up?
0.
Okay, that's why we're fixing it.
That's why we're helping you out right now.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
We're not against you. We're for you.
All right. So, what would you give me from a scale of A to F? A being best grade you can get, F being the worst grade you can get. I don't know if
I'm going C.
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 I got a C.
I'm
Dom.
gonna go with D.
D.
Okay.
Actually, I was
Minus.
thinking C with her, so I'm
Just average.
I'm going
Wow.
with Kate with a C.
I really thought I was an A minus guy here.
No.
And we found out where the problem was.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get a consultant to do my dating app now because this is obviously D, C grade work here that I thought was A minus. All right.
We'll get there.
So,
But we
and
can come back from this.
Oh, of course.
what I think was great is at the you can have a song on your profile.
Oh, I like that.
So is this my redemption point right here? Who's calling me? Nope. We're doing it. We're doing a radio show. No one call me right now. All right. And so you get to do a song, and my song was by Jack Johnson. It's called "At or With Me," and the song's basically saying, "Are you laughing at or with me?" Because it's like, why are you on a dating app? You know what I mean? But also, why aren't you at? Like, so it's like, are you laughing at me or with me? Because I'm on here. You know?
I like it.
I like the description.
I like it.
Just got called twice by them. So that's my dating app. Katie, what's our hard-hitting question of the day?
Today we're talking about overthinking. And my question for you is, do you think that you overthink in a relationship or you're just go with the flow?
Oh, this one's easy. I think I used to be. No, I'm just an overthinker in a relationship. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and it's a problem I have. I think I overthink everything. I overthink work. I overthink all these things. I have a hard time slowing my mind down. and sometimes just embracing the moment that I'm in. But the reason why I overthink things, I think, is because I don't trust things. And I've been burned a lot in my past, and just like, and even just like now, I'm so focused and locked in what I have in front of me. It's like I don't trust it, I don't believe it until I see it, and sometimes you don't see it, and then some people are like, well, you need to lower your expectations, but I don't think expectations should be lower. I think those are your boundaries.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I've run into problems with. Like, you can't just think about it, just have fun in the moment, but like, no, if something does me wrong, if it makes me feel wrong or jaded, I'm gonna think about it. You know, and I'm gonna stew on it. And if it's a problem still, that I still feel like that is a problem, I'll bring it up. And that's what I've done recently in like relationships, and it just hasn't. We have tough conversations with in my past relationships, and it's all led me to them, having to split because we couldn't agree on things. And I think that's fine. That's like where your boundaries are set. That's where, different values and morals and beliefs are found and figured out, and they don't work.
Well, and just like you mentioned, like tough conversations, I mean, they suck sometimes, but I think it's one of the ways out of overthinking. If you're not communicating with somebody, even though it's bothering you, then you're never going to get anywhere. You'll always be in your head.
Yep.
You have to communicate about it, even if it is a tough conversation. Otherwise, you are going to constantly overthink it. And sometimes you're overthinking something that doesn't need to be overthought. Once you bring it attention to somebody, if they value you and they care about you and they understand it's a boundary, then they'll meet you. And if they don't, that's okay.
Yeah, and that's how you
That's how
make
you
your
learn
decisions.
each other.
Exactly.
That's how you
And-
get comfortable.
And so we have our questions right here. What do you overthink about? And it says cheating, long-term commitment, finances, kids. Do you still love me? Are you mad at me? How they deal with social settings, sex, and so on. I think the one that stands out to me there is like a long-term commitment, because if you're my girlfriend, like I'm the only reason, if I ever ask you to be my girlfriend is because I see something in you that I want to be with for a long time and possibly marry and, see forever with. That's why I've always been super selective on who I date and who I'm with. And I think that's also like in the public eye has given me like Tyler's this frat boy or this fuck boy or this or that. But it's like, no, like, I'm very, very, very selective. And yes, I have made bad decisions on who I've selected in my past, but like that's just how you learn and grow and live. And, and like I'm grateful for every decision I have done because it's polished me and polished me and made me better every time I've done it, Every relationship I've been in has been something that I'm grateful for, thankful for, and, made me who I am today. But I think my biggest thing I overthink about is like long-term commitment because I'm like, are you really into this? Are you really, do you know what this means? Do you know what forever means? And I think that comes from me is because I've seen my parents split and break up and have divorce and have conflict and turn away from each other. And I think when you go through that, I think you fear it more than anything. You fear failure. You fear quitting and giving up. And so I think with my parents, and that being the main relationship I've ever always saw in my life, it's my biggest fear to not be able to have a long-term relationship. And I never, a year and a half has been my longest. And so it's like, it is a fear. It's like I've never made it that far, so I'm always fearful of it and always thinking of it. So that's definitely
I also think you fear failure in a relationship, and sometimes you hold on longer than you should because if you make that commitment to somebody, you want to see it out, which I think is a great quality, but sometimes you don't align with people, and that's okay. That's what the dating world's about, is finding that person you do align with, and when it's time to call it quits, knowing and trusting your instinct that it's okay too.
Yeah. And which we've all seen me fail at that. There's definitely relationships that I was in my past that I kept in because I was like, no, like I don't want to give up. I don't want to fail. Like, and they put crazy, standards in front of what it takes for us to be in a relationship. Like money things that like were just absurd, like private jets, and I need a private jet and yacht and all these things before I have kids. I'm like in love.
You need
with
a what?
Yeah.
I'm in love with this girl. And this is where my ego kills me. Is I'm in love with this girl. I'm like, in like my normal mind state, I'm like, this girl's out of her damn mind.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? But my ego's like, yeah, I can get that jet. I can get that plane. I can get that. You know
You
what I
want to
mean?
meet any expectation that's thrown at you.
To please them.
Not to please them, but also just like the ambition I have and like the hunger I have to just go for anything is that. Like I've always been raised, go big or go home. I've always taken the craziest chances just because that's what I've been taught. You know, so I'm like, oh yeah, I can get that yacht. I can get that PJ, you know? But really, what is that? What does that solve? What does that mean? What does that matter in a relationship? And that's where like I let my ego come over, like not quitting, not giving up when I should have, you know? So I think ego is a big part of my issues in relationships. But what about you guys? Have you guys ever overthought, like, what about cheating? I know, like...
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Dom.
No, I was going to say that's probably the number one thing for me is even when I'm in a comfortable situation because of things that have happened in my past, I'm always thinking like, am I getting too comfortable to the point where I'm not seeing mistakes or I'm not seeing somebody for who they could be? But that's all overthinking. And I've always thought like, it sounds simplistic, but one of the worst places you can be is in your own head. Mm-hmm. Being in the moment and getting to really know someone, that's the place you want to be. And the second you go back to always being in your own head, you're overthinking everything and you're not being present.
Yeah.
So I try to work on that for myself.
I think in my old relationship, Tyler and I were actually talking about this past weekend. My current boyfriend went on a guys trip. And Tyler's just being silly, trying to be like, ooh, I bet there's a bunch of girls around him. And
Stirring the pot.
you know, because that's what Tyler does.
That's what guys do, to each other.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to hook him up, and he's over here, you know.
Only reason why I do that is because I trust and believe and know her
know.
boyfriend is such a good dude and would
Yeah.
never, ever do that.
And
He's a good seed.
I started the sass that day anyway, so I deserved it. But anyways, I said no. Like I truly don't think that way now. But with my old relationship, I did. And when I took that 2 years to kind of like learn myself, I knew going into a new relationship, I didn't want to bring any insecurities from my past into my current because how unfair would that be
Right.
to Dylan?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like if I'm going to have anxiety about something he hasn't even done yet, I'm worrying about it twice now because it hasn't even happened yet. And God forbid, he better not, God forbid he ever did do something, it's not my person.
Right.
That's true. I was gonna say that same thing.
It'll hurt. It'll sting for a little while.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Y'all better be around. I'll be,
But you'll get through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get to the other end of that.
But I'm gonna go on and say it's not gonna happen because
Of course not, but
I'm all about finding that person, and I believe you found your person. Seriously.
yeah, me too. But
Seriously.
We all feel that way.
But I mean, insecurities, even if you're in the best relationships, still pop up. But that's what I've like taught myself of like, if somebody's gonna go down that road, that's on them.
Phil, what about you? What do you overthink?
Well, I've been in all your shoes, and it sounds like I'm gonna go back with some of what you both said. It sounds like it's your past trust issues that's coming into your new relationships. And I love what Kate just said. She's not going to bring her past into a new thing. And we all have that. We all have that mentality of doing that sometimes. Because when I met Amber, I was like, man, I'm really into this girl. So I hope she's into me as much as I'm into her. We all have that insecurity about ourselves. But it's also good to have that insecurity. You don't be too cocky either.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So even now, as a married man, almost 5 years, you want to. Is she thinking about me as much as I'm thinking about her? You know? So we're all overthinking ourselves, you know? Which is...
Do you ever get, I mean, you're a dad right now to a 2-year-old. Do you ever get like, does she love him more than me? Or does she love her more than me?
Every day. In fact, I know I don't know it, but I feel like I'm second burner to him because, man, it's hard to hold a candle to that little face, Phil Jr., so... God bless. I love my family, but you know what? It's like you do have the insecurities of it. You know, like I wish I had my alone time with her like I used to, and we both miss that right now. So that brings on insecurities itself.
What about finances for anybody here? Overthinking like your finances, or I mean, I just know like even in my past relationships, they'll get mad at me because I'm distant or whatever. But no, I'm just like but all I was doing was like trying to think of like how I'm gonna do this and
You're
this
grinding
for work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and that caused issues. You know what I mean? Or when I was working, I was causing issues, and I feel like, oh my God, I had to be with this person 100% every single time I was with her and give her my 100%. But really, I had so much other things to do. And so I think with finances, with work, whatever, I would overthink in the sense of like, am I giving enough work-life balance to her and to my career and finances and work and whatnot?
Yeah.
I'm always questioning that myself. So
Same.
it's tough. Because we're married to two different things. If you're married,
Right.
So it's tough.
What about sex?
Okay.
There she is.
Let's talk about sex,
I'm so
baby.
excited that we brought this up because I really want to hear from Phil and Tyler. because I'm serious. So
Yeah.
I think, and Katie, I feel like you could totally relate. Girls, especially like when you're having sex, we're overthinking, do I look fat in this angle? Or if I'm on top, like, what do I look like? Like, I feel like it's a constant instead of enjoying yourself in the moment. And I know it's like you finding the right guy who makes you feel so sexy that you
Yeah.
don't overthink.
Right.
But I feel like for guys, have you ever looked at like, you know what I mean? Been like, oh, I think this or look this way. Like, you guys probably don't think, like you're just having a good
or
time.
Post,
Yeah.
or post.
I'm usually cross-eyed, like,
I'm like, I'm never worried about how I look. I'm just like, I want to make sure she's having a good time.
That's my question.
Yeah.
Or like, do you overthink in the sense of like,
Is she enjoying this?
Did I just perform well? Yeah.
Right.
Did she enjoy it?
Oh,
Is
a
she-
man always overthinks that, unless you're just a cocky dude. But listen, yeah, you want to make sure that woman is being pleased. So, of course, you're overthinking it.
Like, how many times have you guys thought to yourself, like, do you think she's lying that she finished?
Well, I was saying, where,
I mean, I definitely thought about that, but if she's like saying she finished and
and she's lying.
lying, that's on her.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and finish. I'm gonna try and make sure you.
Yeah.
And if you say you want to go somewhere and are trying to get there, I'm gonna give it my all to get you there.
Yep.
But if it sucks or you're like, I'm good, I'm like, oh, I guess this is done. You know what I mean?
So you want, yeah. Do you guys want the constructive criticism back?
Yes.
Yes, I personally do. Yeah, I want to make sure that you hit that climax.
because
Right.
because it's so much more fun when you're both in it together. Finding, like when you know when she's getting close and you can sense it and you can feel it and you
Yeah.
know what's coming. Like that to me is like that's love making. That shit's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's
We're
like,
all smiling.
It turns a real man gets
Right.
turned on by his woman being pleased.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say that real quick.
and like, you know, I there's specific moments that I'll always remember with certain people that like when I could like sense us like getting there and like it's a big moment when you're like in a relationship and you're figuring each other out.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to communicate and have constructive criticism and all those things. But like I remember being in Cabo and thinking about this. You know, like there are certain things that stick out. Just they become such beautiful moments because you're both able to get there together, communicate together, and like sense each other.
Right. So I think like what we can all get from this is that you're overthinking. Like 9 times out of 10, nobody's looking at you that
Yeah.
way.
No,
Yeah.
Like
no.
they're just enjoying the moment.
I also think what you said though, like no matter how long you've been with somebody, I still think that like girls just are in their heads sometimes in general. It might not even be like, how do I look or anything like this. And that's why foreplay is so important,
So important.
right?
So,
Yes.
I think
so
as people,
Explain. Talk more about
Well,
foreplay,
I-
Katie.
no.
It's like no.
Sorry, Mom. But like as you're in a relationship for a while, I think it's important to keep that
Yes,
like
definitely.
because, you know, you still have to set the tone.
Right.
I agree. Hold hands, rub those shoulders,
Yep.
rub your fingers through the hair. You know,
Physical touch.
all about it. I'm a touchy feely guy, so
I think
I'm
we
all about
all
love.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back to the faking it thing, I have this saying that I say with my clients in the gym, but I'm gonna use it for a sex term now.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't fake it with Phil. Sorry, did I say that out loud? My
You
thoughts
can't
came out
fake
loud.
it with Phil.
Let's go.
No, but I think the whole faking thing. I think the faking it thing comes from the not being able to communicate or give constructive criticism, like whether the guy can take it and she's like feeling nervous about telling because she thinks he won't be able to take it, you know, or the girl just feels, you know, like it's a burden. It's not a burden. We want to know. We want to learn. Like that makes it
Yeah.
better for us.
Yes.
You know, like, I want to know what gets you going and gets you to the best places because I want to go there. I want to see it. I want to, you know, feel it and be with you for it. You know, like
Right.
that's, I think, like guys are simple. We're a simple creature.
We are.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, I mean, I'm like, I've had girlfriends who have told me like, oh, I really like him. It's going so good. but I've never gotten there with him in 6 months. And I'm like, you've never had that conversation?
Yeah, 6 months. You
Yeah, you got to talk it out.
But
Communicate.
I think, and I could feel this way for some girls. You overthink it, and you don't want to hurt that person. You really like him. That part of your relationship hasn't.
And that's confidence.
Right.
Because I think there's nothing sexier when the girl tells me what she wants. Like, I'm like, oh, bet. All right. You know what I mean? Then we go there. Like, we love it when you speak up. We love it when you take command and take over sometimes. You know, it's not just a one-man circus. It's both of us in this moment together.
Right.
So when you speak up and when you go, like, that's amazing. And to me, it's hot because it's confident and you know what you want. And so then it's on us to deliver.
It's all about timing, too. It's all about when you say it to the person.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
During the act, why don't you let them know, hey, I like this a little bit more. Do that again.
Right.
Why were you touching your hair that you don't have, Phil?
No. I was thinking maybe she wants the hair to be pulled. So tell them that. It's okay.
Right.
But even that, there's like certain positions and certain things that help someone get there. And everyone's different.
Everyone is different.
Sex is different. So like, you know, some person gets off this way, some person gets off this way.
Right.
It's all different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love sex.
I think like every
Everyone
episode
does.
is just gonna turn to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
something
talking
in the
about
water in
sex.
I think
Jupiter.
it's a conversation some people aren't comfortable having. So I think we did that, right? Just
Yeah,
now. And I feel
yeah.
like you will have people who can totally
Loosen up,
relate to
relax.
this
Yep.
topic.
If you're an adult, you can listen. It's all about that.
This will, I think this will help put things in perspective. At what age were you when you had your first orgasm?
Well, I can't go there, so I'm going to let you three answer that one.
I can't.
Go ahead, Tyler.
I was in like 6th or 7th grade.
Of course you were, because you're a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Yeah, I
like-
was a young buck, too.
So
I
like,
was a young
it's like
buck.
we're conditioned and so young, like we just do it so young, like we know how to I know how to get there. So like you guys are figuring it out, I feel like later.
Yeah.
And so it's like you guys have to help, like we can figure it out, you know, like that. You know, and you guys, it takes more time and more learning. And so it's like now we need you guys to communicate that and teach that to us.
Yeah, no. I feel like I can't recall, but I will say as I've gotten older, I don't hold anything back anymore.
Yeah,
and I've
same.
noticed how much better it's made that part of any relationship I'm in is me being honest, me being confident, me being like, hey, I'm in the mood for this, like right now, not later, like now. And like that's
Communicating.
grown it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important. But you don't find that until you reach your own confidence where
Yep.
you're like,
I was just going to say it has a lot to do with confidence, period.
like
And not learning that like not to hurt people's feelings.
right.
I think that's where it stems for a lot of us, like gals. Like we just don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, so we just roll with it.
Yeah.
Don't roll with it.
Well, we know that now,
Yeah.
but like younger.
Be
years-
confident. Turn the lights on and let them know what you want.
But also like being comfortable in your body, like if I can speak for me, like if I'm in that room with you and we're I'm excited to be there. I love your body. Like
Yep.
bodies are beautiful, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I don't think you should ever be too concerned. Like you're like definitely overthinking that because the guy is not. You know?
Right. Which I've heard more times than not. Like guys are like, I don't even think twice about that.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Yeah.
not even.
That's not what
No.
they're worried about.
Now,
Right.
now there is assholes and there is dickheads and there is that. And so there's always someone, you know what I mean? And
Right.
but just know that like if that's your man and you're in a relationship, he's loving on that body.
Yeah.
He's loving
Yeah.
on you.
Every inch.
Yes. Every relationship I've been in has been the best sex I've ever had. Meaning like it's better than having casual sex because
yeah.
there's communication.
100%.
Because we're talking through things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
When you love someone, it's like next.
It's
level.
different.
It's
It's
next
different.
level.
Different.
I love kissing. Like it's so
Me
good.
too.
All right.
Me too.
Wait a
Everyone's-
second. What was this podcast about again?
Yeah, I totally forgot. I'm just thinking about kissing my baby at home. You know, she's probably laying down and resting, but you know.
Well, Dom, Phil, and
Hey.
Katie, you're gonna have fun going home tonight.
You ain't lying.
Oh man! All right, so we got some IG write-ins. What do you overthink?
Whoopsies.
You remind me
You
of
gonna
a
pull it up for
girl.
us?
Yeah, so we asked like what are didn't we ask what are some ways to help overthinking?
Yes,
Okay, great.
that's what I meant.
That is what you meant. We got somebody that said just drink wine.
Yeah.
Just drink wine.
Just drink
We
wine.
do that every show.
So then what happens is I drink 2 glasses of wine, and then I just say, screw it, I'm going to do it. And then
The next day you overthink
the
it.
next day I'm like, was that really the right idea? So I don't know if that's the best resolution to overthinking, guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do during this podcast to help us, like, flow, get the words
Yeah.
flowing.
And
But
then the next day we're all like, was
And
that
then
okay to say? Was that all right
Yeah.
to say?
and then
We start
overthink
overthinking it.
Yeah. Reverse. Yeah. Distract yourself with working out, eating healthy, socializing with friends.
I think working out's a great one.
Oh, definitely.
When I'm overthinking something, I go for a run or I work out and I sweat it out, and then I realize what I'm thinking about is so small and minuscule, and it helps me get through it. So I think working out is definitely a great one. I think socializing with friends or talking it through with friends is very important. I mean, Phil, how many times have I
Running and talking with
Yeah.
friends. We do that. That's what we do together, and
Yeah.
it really helps.
I agree.
A lot.
I also think sometimes, though, with being overthinkers, like some of us are, most of us, I would say, are, sometimes you outsource your opinion too much
Right.
that you also have to learn to trust your own gut.
Yep.
Because you're so used to outsourcing from friends that, like, where are you finding your own confidence in your decisions?
Very true.
That was so spot on, Kate.
Yes.
So spot on.
Just a thought.
Damn, Kate.
Love it,
What'd you
Kate.
think of that one?
Love it, Kate.
Something I've been saying lately.
To me?
Yeah. To everybody, though. Somebody, and this also reminds me of you, Tyler, I get my hands dirty with yard work. You little lawnmower.
Yeah, I get my
lovin'.
lawnmower out, start
Yeah.
mowing the lawn. I
Sweatshirt
think about
on.
it. Yep.
Dive in.
Sweating it out.
That's good.
Some people say I just cry it out.
It sounds like a Katie tactic.
No, it's not. And that's not me anymore. I have grown up.
But it's okay if it is you, because sometimes you have to do that too.
Right.
I agree.
Nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
It's healthy.
I let it out.
I used to cry all the time. Now I'm more of a once a weeker. So I'm doing pretty well.
Once-
Once in a blue moon,
Once a
I like
weeker?
a very good shower cry.
Yeah.
Shower cry, like let the water hit your face and just let
the
it out.
rain
See, I'm
fall
overthinking. Is it
down.
okay that I do too? Somebody hold me.
Somebody said, I read a study, which kind of goes along with what I was saying earlier. I read a study that said 85% of the things we worry about never actually end up happening.
Wow.
What was how much?
85%. We'll have to Google.
That's
Don't
huge.
quote us on it. But we'll Google it. But
That's
I
huge.
bet it is. If
Sounds like one of them
Huge portion.
TikTok stats.
it's on TikTok, it's true, right? Cold showers and ice baths help me focus, work on my breath work, or
Meditating, I bet. Is
Love it.
meditating for sure. My mom wrote in just saying pray.
She's always right, Mama Dooley.
She is
You're always right.
So we'll give her that. And yeah, that's
I have another simple one.
okay.
Writing a pros and cons list. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Very good one.
Very good one.
I'll literally take out just a sheet of paper and I'm like, okay, pros and cons. What is it? And if it's more cons than pros, I know my answer.
It's crazy too. Even just like writing in your notebook about what you're going through, getting it on a piece of paper can help so much.
Yeah. I used to do that with my students. We'd write down our problems or something we're worried about and then just roll it up and play basketball with them. But it's just almost getting out your feelings,
Yeah.
throwing it away,
I like that.
getting it out on paper. Some things that you don't want to share with everybody.
Putting it in your notes on your phone.
Yep. Yeah.
So I thought this over the other day while I was in the shower, and this idea came to my mind, and the idea was worrying about something that has not happened yet makes you worry about it twice. And so I came up with that saying in the shower.
Wait, are you kidding? You really don't listen to me, do you?
What?
That's literally what
Katie
I
said
said.
that 10 minutes ago.
I'm kidding,
He's,
Katie.
he's,
I was about to be like,
Katie's about to throw hands.
he's chopping on it right now.
I'm just wasting my breath
But
over
Katie
here.
gave me that saying, and there's things I've worried about that have kept me up so many hours of the night, and it's the hardest thing to do. Is Katie's is if you worry about it, you're worrying about it twice because it hasn't even happened yet. And that's such a when she said that, I was like, God, that's so stupid and so right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and my brain will just turn on, and then I'm up the rest of the day, and it just kills me. Sometimes going to sleep is hard because I'm just my brain's on, and I can't stop thinking about this. I'm worried about that, and it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
If it's not something you can actually tackle, it's not worth keeping in your head. And I think the majority of everything we talked about with overthinking comes down to communication.
Yep. I was just about to say, if you can find someone to talk through these things with and go through it together with somebody, you're gonna figure out it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And if something's consistently bothering you, then talk about it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
What has bothered you lately, Katie?
I don't really have anything right now.
Good. No overthinking over there. You, Dom?
I can't pinpoint anything. I feel like I always overthink like work or
Work-life balance
yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I'm
all
with
of that.
Yep. Phil?
I'm gonna join you with that. Nothing in particular, but it is between the marriage and the work. So you finding balance, but also back to what you were saying earlier. I try not to stress about things I can't control. So a long time ago, I used to stress about things, but now it's like, all right, I can't control it. I'm gonna go with your mom's thing, pray about it, leave it in God's hands, let it go. And then my mom always had this quote that I use a lot today: "This too shall pass." So if it's a stress, guess what? It's gonna go away eventually.
Yeah.
I can tell you what not to do. I'm good at that, guys. I'll tell you what not to do
Here,
is don't just keep pushing it back. Don't keep pushing it back.
Yep.
Look, I'm so guilty of that all the time. I'm saying, I'll put it off. I'll put it off. I'll put it
yeah,
off.
I
Tackle
do
it.
that too.
And then it just becomes a bigger and bigger and bigger. That's how you turn, a little anthill to a mountain.
Yep.
yeah.
I also think that with overthinking, it's not your job to think what somebody else is feeling. Like, I think sometimes I'll be like, is that person mad at me? And now I'm like, if they're mad at me, they better tell me, because
That's a very good point.
we are so busy throughout
Yeah.
the day. It's like, I don't have the energy to figure out if you're mad at me. Just tell me, because whatever it is, I didn't mean it,
Yep.
Right.
you know?
So with that being said, Katie,
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm ready for
Yeah.
He's like, I'm mad at you.
it. You're not allowed to be.
And I think, to help solve overthinking too with your partner, with your relationship partner, is like learning what each other needs. I think that'll help negate what the overthinking, and learning how they want to be loved and need to be loved. Sometimes they need more touch, or they need words of affirmation, even though that's not your way of doing it. But if you help give them that, that'll probably limit their overthinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Max kind of did that early on with me. I'm a big planner. So he knows, like, we don't get to see each other during the work week. Like, he works in Brickell in Miami, and I work in West Palm. So we don't get to see each other during the work week. So he knows, like, okay, hey, if I have all of these plans coming up, if you can coordinate with me, like, what are you thinking? Is it a golf day with the guys? Okay, cool. Then I have this girls' day on Saturday with my girls. But he's learned to do that ahead of time because he knows I'll overthink if I'm not spending enough time with him. Just something that's always like bothered me in the beginning of relationships, because I want to put 110% in, but I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to lose my social life,
Yeah.
So communicate ahead of time.
Yeah, I think just learning each other's needs and for what the relationship is asking for to help limit that overthinking is important.
Yeah.
Just give me back scratches and we're good. I won't overthink anything.
Yeah, what was it this weekend you were talking about? Oh, Tyler texted me randomly because never has any subject to anything he texts me. It's always just one thing. He said, he texted me saying, relationship expectations. So I thought he was asking me what his relationship expectations are. And I responded saying, back scratches and cooking dinner together. Like, that is his.
That was your response?
That is that's his
Oh,
relationship.
wait, was he texting about like a show topic?
Yes. He's like, I mean, this could be a good future topic. I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I talked about the wee guy. Has anyone ever heard of the wee guy? I got called the wee guy this past week on a date.
The we guy?
The we guy?
Yeah.
W-E, we?
W-E guy.
He'll explain it. Let him explain. It'll make a lot of sense.
So the wee guy is a guy who makes all these plans with somebody with no intention of doing them. And I was like, what? And I was like, to the girl, I was like, first of all, if anyone has canceled plans so far, it's been you and not me. I've been the one that's followed through every time. So you're the wee girl. But she was like, you have all these plans till like next January. I was like, I guess I am the wee guy. I just get
I
excited.
think your intention is
To do it.
but then it just doesn't always happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer people to be like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm
I can't make
probably
it.
not going to do that.
Right? Right.
I'm like,
Me too.
okay, cool.
I'm with you, Dom.
I love you, and I'll see you next time.
Because I'm the go guy. If you say, let's go skiing next week,
Let's go.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sign
But
up and go.
That's why I'm not the we guy. I'm the go guy.
I'm the
Yeah.
go
You are
guy.
the
She
go guy.
pays me to be the we guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ty is a
Tyler's
good guy.
like, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
Come.
And it's
But
happening
how many
tomorrow.
of our girlfriends are always like, hell yeah, I'll do that. And then they're like,
Yeah.
text each other on the side. I'm
Well,
not doing that.
she used to believe that we would do like dinner again or this or that again, and I'm like, I want to do these things. Like, come, like, and then she's like, you're the we guy. I'm like, damn. And then I looked it up. It's from the TV show Sex and the City.
Love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
feel like put it back on them the next time you're like, okay, here's the time and place. And if they,
no, I've always came through. I've always come through on this one so far.
Okay.
okay,
She's canceled on me twice.
that's what I'm saying. So it's
But
not like,
I gave her. She has very, very valid reasons why. So
oh.
we just give each other crap. I thought it was pretty funny though. I've never heard that term before.
Me either.
I'm going to use it. I like
So
it.
we're
we
gonna,
got
yeah,
it.
that's a future topic. So stay tuned.
We guy.
We.
So I think we need to get some call-ins here.
All right. So here we are. Talk about what maybe you're overthinking or ways you get through overthinking. So please share with us. Enable call in. Y'all can call in right now.
Don't forget to unmute yourself.
And this is our most fun part about the show every single week. I love listening
Me
to the
too.
callers.
Y'all always be
Me
dropping
too.
some knowledge on me too.
Collaboration.
Like, I feel like someone's going to just say something to us about overthinking. And we'll be, that was it.
boom.
Boom. Mind blown.
Like our whole episodes are pretty much like told in one sentence by these callers.
Right.
All right, we got a caller
Right?
on.
Sometime it is. Let's go. Who do we
Hello?
have?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
Yes.
Hi.
Good, hi.
What's your name?
My name is Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi,
how you
Gabby.
doing?
Hello, Gabby.
I am good. This was actually a really perfect timing for this episode because I just had a very intense situation that I overthought a lot, and I don't really know how to proceed. So I have two close friends that just got engaged. I moved to Chicago like a year ago. They were one of the first people I met. And I was not invited to the proposal, whereas our closest friends were. And I overthought the crap out of it and don't know if that was valid, how to handle it. Should I talk to them? Should I not make it a big deal? I kind of want to get your point of view. It's like the first time in life that I know anyone that also like has gotten engaged or anything like that. So brand new territory,
Sure.
but it was definitely heavy and would like to get point of views.
I'll let the girls go first here.
You want me to go first, Tom?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like right off the bat, my first instinct is like, this is their moment, right? So you don't want to like jump in to tell them how you feel because they're still probably
Exactly.
on cloud nine.
Exactly.
But I also think how you just approached it of like, they are a big part of your life and this is a big part in their life and you would have hoped to be a part of it because you care about them.
Right.
So like
yeah.
I do think your feelings are valid. And if somebody I know got engaged and they had an engagement party or proposal party or something like that and I wasn't invited, I definitely would feel a little, actually I would not a little, I would feel hurt.
Right.
It's just a matter of like when to bring it up.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, granted,
Yeah,
Gabby,
exactly.
I don't know the details of like where the wedding is, right, and all of that. But something I'm learning as I'm getting older is a lot of people are doing weddings different now. And I have close friends, like the way I envision my wedding, like I want this big wedding, right, and like bachelorette party and all these things. I have friends who are like, I don't even want any of that. I want a small little
Yeah.
get together, and then I want to like elope in Italy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like sometimes it's
Yeah.
not you personally, it's kind of maybe the way they envision their special day. But again,
Yeah.
nothing hurts more than wanting to be involved in the people you care about
Yeah.
in their lives and being like, I'm confused here. Like, what am I
Yeah.
missing?
So it was a proposal party, right?
Yeah, it was like, so I found comfort in that a lot of our friends that they've known for like 5, 6 years, like way longer than me, were not there. It was like both of their families and like a handful of friends. So like I know that there will be opportunity, or I'm hoping there'll be opportunity to be involved like in the future.
Sure.
It was just like, am I being like crazy for being so upset about that? Or like, is it like normal to feel sad about that? So I've been kind of juggling with that. But I'm definitely not the only one that wasn't there. It was just kind of a shock.
Well,
I don't
that should
know.
make you feel
Yeah,
better,
which
right?
should make you feel way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like you got something?
Yeah. Right.
It is normal to feel that way, but it sounds like it could have been kind of a financial thing too. Was it like a little private like cocktail party?
I don't even think it was that. I think it was like they went to one of our friends' house, got proposed at our friend's house, decorated all pretty and stuff. Just had like some drinks after. It wasn't like a whole like
Yeah, you
thing.
shouldn't be too upset by that. Let's
Okay.
wait till the wedding
Okay.
happens. When
Yeah,
the wedding
I agree.
happens,
Yeah, you're right.
you'll be
That's another
more
thing.
involved in that.
Hey, Gabby, that's why I let all of
Exactly,
them
like,
answer. Because
huge
me, I got guns
overthinker.
blazing on my end over here. I'm like, that's how y'all want me? Fine. I ain't fucking with y'all no more.
Yeah.
No.
Tyler's marrying our
And
one
that
best
was
friend. He's going to be
literally
my
first
man
reaction.
of
Like,
honor.
I called my mom sobbing, and I was like, Mom, I'm done. Like, I'm done with them. I'm canceling them. Like, this is horrible. But yeah, I
Don't
think I
tap
just
out
need to,
yet,
like, feel my
Gabby.
feels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would wait to see how like I mean, there's still, I mean,
Yeah, the wedding hasn't happened
yeah,
yet.
I just had a friend who had
It
like
literally just-
proposal
yeah.
brunch and a
Yeah.
proposal this and a
Right.
beach day and a
Right.
this. So like see what follows and what you are.
I'm going to say
Right,
this
me too.
too. It's on the guy to plan this because he's doing the engagement proposal, maybe some of her best friends. And so,
Yeah.
like, maybe that, I know if I was, like, in charge of planning, people are going to get missed out on, slip through the
Yeah.
cracks, and there's no
Right.
intentions. It's just me not
Yeah.
being very good at planning and making sure everyone's involved. You know, every time on the
Yeah.
weekend, I even on the boat, I'm like, damn, I should have hit him up. He's in town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just don't,
Yeah,
I
for
forget because I'm juggling so many things to get to that point, you know?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think that's one way to like to look at it is don't put too much stock in it. Like those people love you, those people care about you. I guarantee you can call them anytime you want, and they'll
Yeah.
be there for you. And you just all you can do as a friend is just be there to support them no matter what.
For sure.
Blame him, not her, like
Okay.
Tyler said.
Yeah,
blame him,
blame
not
him.
her. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
he's the one
definitely.
proposing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good point, Tyler.
Definitely.
Because I know if I'm in charge of this, I'm gonna have Katie be in charge of planning the proposal party.
Add it to my job description.
And because I know hella people gonna get left out. if
It's
not
gonna be a
me.
lot of hurt feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got it, Gabby.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That was comforting. Thank
Good.
Of course, thank you for calling
Reassuring.
in.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
Thank you for
course.
listening.
Hello, Chelsea.
Selection.
Hi.
Hi, Chelsea. How are you?
Hi.
Good. Wait, Tyler, I actually saw you on Raya last week.
Uh-oh.
My dating account got
although,
busted.
First of all, I don't even know how I got on there. I have like only 1,000 followers.
Who cares? Hey, we on there. We all in this together now. So what would you rate my dating profile at?
I was rated it like a 7, 8, but I don't know. I can't really judge because mine is probably subpar at best.
So I got a
Mediocre.
C out of you too, huh?
No, I mean like you would probably think mine was a C too. So.
That's okay. We're both C students together.
Yeah.
C students are usually
I
the
mean,
most
like,
successful
there's
ones.
Yeah, I gave him
As
a
a
D.
I
So
also say on that dating app, there's a lot of like missing things on there. Like I would love if they had like height on there because I'm 5'8", so like I would kind of like to see if they're like.
You know what you gotta do? You just gotta take a picture next to a short friend and post it on there. That's how you overcome that one. But damn, she tall.
But yeah, so funny. In regards to the overthinking things, sheesh, I overthink everything, like work, life. I was overthinking work earlier today, but I think when it comes to overthinking, especially with relationships, it's like a lot of it is like what Kate said. It's just like it comes down to two. Like some of them, it's just not having those harder, tougher conversations. And then once you have them, it's almost like a weight off your shoulder kind of thing, because you just realize you're just bottling it up, and it's not doing anything but making you just be in, digging a deeper hole in your
Festers.
thoughts. And yeah, and it does take control of like your day to day. Like I'm a big like workoutaholic, like I'm, hitting the gym, and like when I have these things overhanging my head, sometimes it allows me not to like be, get out of my routine in a way. So I think the biggest thing is like realizing a lot of the things too that you're overthinking are out of your control. And I feel like it's like all my whole TikTok is like all about overthinking, but a lot of TikTok has great advice.
Yeah.
I love TikTok.
Me too.
TikTok is fantastic.
It's actually where I learned
Especially
that quote I go by.
Yeah. And like one other thing is just like a lot of the things like you're worrying about what's in the past when you have to focus on the future. You
Right.
can't control things that are just, again, out of your control. You're like creating ideas or like creating scenarios in your head. So
The mind's a powerful thing.
yeah.
But the future be messing me up, Chelsea. I be thinking about the future too damn much.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. I know. I'm 30 and I'm like, shit, I need to. Oh, sorry.
You can cuss.
Yeah, you can say bad
Yeah,
words.
like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I'd be married, have kids by now, but
Fuck that.
I kind of. Yeah, no.
That's another thing, overthinking timelines. It's like,
Yeah.
we got to all stop doing that too.
Exactly.
We're all on our own timeline. We're
Yep.
here for one life.
Right.
As long as we're being nice to
Exactly.
everybody, get
I
your
really
8
think,
hours of
like,
sleep in.
there needs to be more of a thing of like too people, waiting out, and as much as like you were saying, Tyler, with like your past relationships, it's all like building up to like meeting the right person. And like I don't regret my past relationships at all, because they've like realized what I don't and do want in a relationship,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
what like finding your person will take it to. And
Yep.
if it means like finding them when I'm in my 30s, fine, 40s, fine, 50s, I want to be with the right person. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
past relationships, I
yeah,
always
it's
look at it like a breakup is always one step closer to what you're
Yeah, thank
wanting
God for
in
all my
life,
breakups.
right?
Thank God.
right.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's
I
gradually gotten
really-
better to the point of where I am now.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's
Yeah.
the
And I
hope, is
love-
that you learn from your past. You don't keep dating your types of pasts,
Right.
right?
There's a song by Eric
Yeah.
Church. It's called "What I Almost Was."
Mm-hmm.
Is like being thankful for all the things he almost became but isn't, to allow him to be the man he is now.
Oh,
Yeah.
bit.
You
I
know?
like that already.
And
Love it.
And I think all the relationships, everything we go through is like thank God I'm not what I almost was.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would
Right.
stink.
And I think that in between stage of like coming out of a relationship and then just like really focusing on yourself is the biggest crucial part, because you realize like, what so much you have to give and like what you're capable of giving. And I think that too is like the developmental phases of like growing and learning, and like kind of keeping those tips and pets of like past relationships and like what you loved about a person, but like you can also find in someone else, and you have so much energy and love to give. So why not?
I feel like
Search for
your
the best.
20s to like your 35 is like such a crapshoot. It's like you're just learning and growing and figuring things out
Yeah.
like, immensely.
Oh, yeah.
No, I always wonder like how our parents did it.
Yeah.
No, 'cause I feel like everyone's always like, "Oh, your 20s are so much fun." I think your 30s are.
Like,
You're making more money.
I-
You're like more established.
Yeah.
You're
True.
doing your
Hotter. You're
Down
hotter,
a
Dom.
whole
You're hotter, Kate. You're hotter, Phil.
well.
Thank you. I'm not in my 30s anymore, though.
Yeah.
Don't
but I
lie to
feel like
everyone,
our
Phil.
parents, though, it was such a smaller circle. Like now we have like dating apps. Like the fact that I saw you, Tyler, on a dating app. like,
Hello.
my parents do it. Like the thought of like dating someone in another state is wild to them.
Yep.
So like, yeah. So I think I don't know. It's a weird world we live in. But
It is, but it's the best one. We just gotta make it a great one.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
more connected. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's negatives to social media. There's also a bunch of positives. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, thank you for calling in,
It's nice
Chels.
to know that- yeah, it's nice to know that everyone overthinks things.
We're all in this one together.
Yeah.
We're all human. We're all human.
So we overthought it. Thanks again, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You too.
too.
Enjoy your night.
All right, let's get one more caller in here.
Yeah, I'm always used to dancing to music. I'm not really.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi again. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm
What-
just
It's
What-
Brittany,
my first day at work. Yep, Brittany.
right?
Hi, Brittany.
Hi,
How are you?
Brittany.
Congrats on work.
Yeah, first day back at school. My dog has his chew toy. Oh my gosh, so loud. Sorry. Yeah, first day back at work. So I was cutting bulletin board letters.
Oh, I don't miss that.
No, I'm like, what a day. But overthinking, yeah, I'm the queen of it. I don't think like you really grew out of it. I
No.
think like just so many like different situations come up in life and you just overthink them all, like everything.
I'm looking at your profile picture, and there's a baby in your picture.
Yeah, but that's not mine. That's my that's
I was
my cousin.
gonna say, kids will make you overthink a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah, they will.
Yeah, like I mean, well, when I was dating, or dating I'm married now, my husband. I feel like that was such like a stressful time almost because you just overthink everything, especially when you're not living together. And I don't know, it's just so much harder. Now I'm kind of like, oh, I'm so happy I'm married now.
Mhm.
But then like you overthink about the future, about kids and work and, making money and what your life is going to look like. So there's always new challenges that bring up things that you overthink about as life goes on.
And what would you say is your coping mechanism to overthinking?
Honestly, I think like just putting the phone away. Honestly, a lot of us just compare things on social media to what's going on in our lives. Like, I'm still working on it, but I'm coming to realize that people only really post the good things on social media, unless you're like, I don't know, you put everything out there. But I tend to compare my life to others, and it's never good. So just putting my phone away helps. And I think working out really helps too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think with phones, it's a good point. Like sometimes if I know it's something I have to think about or I need to tackle, I'll start scrolling on TikTok instead of battling whatever it is. So it's like taking that alone time to actually like think things through and get through whatever you are overthinking. It's sometimes like an scapegoat.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob has been talking to me. He's like, we got to get bored, like, and then start deep thinking.
Yeah.
We just take our phone and start scrolling once we get bored now.
Yeah.
And he's like, as
Yeah.
a kid, we used to get bored and just our imagination would run.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now it's just we pick up a phone and just scroll through TikTok, scroll
Yep.
through Instagram,
Yeah.
scroll
Right.
through something to distract us when we're bored. But really, when we're bored is when we should sit there and start focusing on, okay, who am I? What are my values? What are my morals? What are my principles? What is this issue? What is this
Yeah.
problem? Break it down. What's the pros and cons to it all?
Yeah.
But I think that comes from like how schools are today. It's like when we went through school, I mean, even elementary schools now, like near us, they have 20 minutes of play. So it's like they are never bored. They are scheduled second to second. They don't even have a time to be creative. So I think like we just got in that habit and then add phones to it. Now our only set of play or whatever you want to call it throughout the day, our couple minutes of free time is now filled with a phone.
Yeah. I think we need to read more. Like we
A
have,
couple minutes of free time is now filled with a phone. Yeah. I think we need to read more.
Whoa.
I totally
Our
agree.
couple minutes is now filled with a phone. Yeah. I think we need to read more.
Uh-oh, we got echo coming in.
We have an echo coming in. I just keep you.
Can you hear us still?
I keep hearing Dom say, "We need to read more. We need to read more."
it's like a remix
But
drops.
Brittany, thank you for calling in. I think,
Thank you.
Did we lose her?
yeah, appreciate you. Oh, she got echo.
Oh no, it's not working.
But no, I think Brittany made up good points, and I think
Yeah.
that my biggest takeaway from all this is like we're never gonna not overthink.
Right.
Like, it's always gonna. I think it's part of who we are as the nature of human being. Like we're always gonna overthink things. We're always gonna go through things. We're always gonna be super elaborate with what we think are all the possible outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's how do we cope with that? How do we grow within and get better at that as we progress and get older.
Yeah.
Because you can't, I don't want to be thinking the way I am now, 10 years from now.
Of course not. Just as long as you're growing from it. And overthinking can be good because you're like, well, am I making enough money? Well, then that's going to make you want to make more money.
Right.
Yeah.
So just continue growing from it, period.
Yeah, just find healthy, happy ways to cope
Yep.
from it.
Yeah. I think don't let it consume you.
Make yourself better than you were yesterday.
Right.
That's it.
Well, that's the show, y'all.
Bottom line.
That's episode 9 of the Everybody But Me
Wow.
show. Thank you guys.
9.
We did 9, y'all.
Already.
We
What are
did
we
9.
doing for our 10th?
For our 10th?
10?
Wait, for the 10th, let's come in with a boom. Let's come in hot.
Like I want to pop a champagne
As of right now, it's about cheating, but we can definitely shuffle it around.
Cheating can be fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make it fun.
I feel like we're all pretty passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
So we're popping champagne, I hear.
Popping champagne.
So we're coming in hot next episode because this is episode 10. We're going to celebrate with y'all. We're going to have a blast. We're talking about cheating.
We're coming in hot.
That's my cardinal sin, so I'm ready to come in hot and talk about it.
Yeah.
So let's do it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You guys are amazing. And make sure you hit the like button, which is the heart button. And let's keep this thing rolling, y'all. See you next week for episode 10 of the Everybody But Me Show. We talking about cheating.